to make sure the audio works on Twitch. Streaming on Twitch. Do 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 do. We have audio. Excellent. All right, and Dementia Radio now and recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast, brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice.
Hey, Luke Ski.
I have a shoebox of Worm Quartet on the show, pre-recorded or something.
We have pre-recorded interviews with both Shoebox of Worm Quartet and the Belle Rats, and the great Luke Ski is at Disneyland.
Yes, I am currently in Batu. I was about to go on a mission, but then there was first order activity in the area, so now I am patiently waiting for things to get moving again. So
okay. So
now
yeah,
I'm stuck in a binary cavern.
So, welcome to episode 622 of the Funny Music Podcast for Thursday, May 19th, 2022. Honorable Health Noises is the title of this week's episode. And the deal with this week's episode, Honorable Health Noises.
I can't hear you. I'm hearing too many honorable health noises.
It didn't work. Why didn't it work? It's the thing that just showed. There we go. So today is Connor's 18th birthday. My oldest child turns 18. Holy crap. We were planning to take him out to dinner tonight, and we figured, well, then I can't do the FuMPCast live. So we pre-recorded interviews with the Belle Rats and Shoebox of Worm Quartet. And then Connor announced instead of going out to dinner with us, he was going out with his friends. Because teenagers. So here we are.
Yeah, I thought you were just going to pre-record the whole thing another time. So when you messaged me earlier, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, that was the original idea. And then I was going to do it last night. And then last night when I picked him up from work was when he told us that, you know, he was going out with friends instead of dinner with us. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I can do the podcast tomorrow then. So, and Luke made other plans. So that's why he's at Disneyland.
Yeah.
So Luke, what have you been up to? Oh, wait, sorry.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
Oh, he's right.
And Wildcard, thank you for the subscribe in Twitch.
So, I'm trying to think of what I've done this past week other than work my dumb job and basically try to make sure I'm on top of applying for storyboard positions and you know, responding to emails and all that kind of stuff. I did do one interesting errand this week because after my car got totaled, I was able to get my license plates back, the one that say LUKESKI, California plates. So I brought it into the DMV, hoping that they would then transfer those plates onto my car and I could get rid of the generic plate it has now. So I found out that first of all, that the DMV apparently, like whenever the insurance company, you know, reported to the DMV that they had my car and that it was totaled, they reported that the plates were like gone or destroyed or whatever. So it was like considered like whatever, a null and void plate. So I had to like show them like, no, look, here it is right here in my hand. They exist. So, but you know, so I had to write a little thing to the people in Sacramento so they would release that, you know, configuration of letters to me so that I could get the plate reinstated, which I actually had to do. Like I basically had to do that and then leave because I had to get to work. So so they called me later to tell me that it went through. But then I also found out something, and I think this is particularly dumb, and I'm going to see if there's anything I can do about it by like contacting people in Sacramento directly or something, is that right now the plate is 7 letters with no spaces, you know, LUKESKI, because that was what was allowed at the time when I got the plate, you know, covered, you know, back in 2015 or whenever it was. So I have seen driving around California plates that have 7 letters and a space. And I'm like, oh, cool. I should get that changed. So this is the ideal opportunity for me to get LUKE space SKI. So I'm trying to make that happen. And the person I spoke to at the DMV said that that's not allowed because, like, I guess, like, once you have those numbers in that order, like, you can't change them or you can't put spaces somewhere else. It's like, yeah, but it's not like I'm going to put these on two different cars or whatever, or try to pull a fast one. It's like, if I have the dibs on these configurations of letters, why can't I put a space in there and get a new plate? You know, but the person I was talking to said it couldn't happen. So whatever. I'll have to either talk to someone in Sacramento or, I mean, worst case scenario is I'll at least be able to get my, you know, the existing loose keeps laid back on my car. But I'm just annoyed that in the grand scheme of things, it's impossible to get, or it is possible to get a 7 letters with a space plate, but I'm not allowed to for some stupid technical reason. So anyway, that's about the most interesting thing that happened to me this week. How about you?
Well, I went to see Weird Al Yankovic in concert over the weekend.
That's much more interesting.
Yeah, on Saturday I drove out to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and it was a long day because I also had swim meets that weekend. So I actually drove to Nyack, New York, for the swim meet with Darren, and then I had to leave him there. And Jen went and picked him up while I drove to Pennsylvania from New York, and then I went to the concert. And I got there a little bit late because traffic and stuff, so I missed about the first third of Emo Phillips' set. He was really funny though. And then Al came on and was awesome, and you know, because he was. And I realized this is the first time I've seen Al in a very long time. Like it's probably been 10 or 15 years since I've seen Al. I know I missed the Strings Attached tour. I missed the original Vanity tour. I don't think I had seen any of the last couple of concert tours. I was trying to remember the last show I was at, and I was trying to remember even if like any of my kids were alive at the time. So it could be, 18 or 19 years since I've seen Al. So, but he performed CNR and Good Old Days, which are two of my all-time favorite songs. So Now I Can Die Happy. I've seen those songs live, and we're good.
What was the second one?
Good Old Days.
Oh, okay. Which is like the perfect song to do in an acoustic set. So. Yes.
Well, it wasn't acoustic. It was full electric rock and stuff. It was just, they were just sitting down instead of, up out in a fat suit. And, So, other than that, work has continued to suck and be crazy. Although I did manage to finish up a new song this morning. Although I think I'm going to listen. I haven't tweaked the mix yet. I need to listen to it in my car and make sure I'm happy with it and everything. And this weekend, I'm actually, in between continuing to work all weekend because I'm going to have to again. I'm actually going to New York City to see Ludacris perform. So, looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. All right. So, we should get into the first song and interview, and I should probably let you get back to your resistance training.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, and please, during the tour dates, if they're not on the list, plug the show me and Bonnie and Kyle and Lindsay are doing on the 29th.
On the 29th.
The We Sing Bonnie's show.
Where is that? You know what? I'll look it up during one of the interviews.
Yeah, I posted it on my Facebook page and stuff. You should be able to find that ad. So, all right.
I will look it up. All right, thanks, dude. Enjoy your park.
May the force be with you.
You too, and also with you. All right, here is the first track for this evening. This is the Belle Isle Rats with TechnoEnforcinator.
He was watching when you told everybody what you had for dinner on Twitter. TechnoEnforcinator. He was there when you bragged about your awesome day on your Facebook page. TechnoEnforcinator. You weren't alone when you whipped out your smartphone in the middle of a conversation with a real person. Every use of PFD, LOL, and OMG, he was there to see. He's come to save the world from incivility. He wants to turn us back TechnoEnforcinator. He's coming for you, Mac store dwellers. Got his sights set on every prize. He's the master tech etiquette superhero, and he wants to send all offenders to that great Wi-Fi hotspot up in the sky. He comes to save the world from instability. He wants to turn us back into real human beings. So throw your phone away, shut the computer off, and do it sooner than later. He comes to save the world from instability. He wants to turn us back into real human beings. So throw your phone away, shut the computer off, and do it sooner than later, lest you incur the wrath of TechnoEnforcinator.
I'm here with the Belle Isle Rats. Welcome back, guys.
Hey, great to be back.
Yes, it is. Always fun.
So tell us about the Techno Enforcer.
TechnoEnforcinator is the
Oh, you're
title.
right. I'm sorry. I apologize. Techno Enforcinator.
Yeah.
Which is a much
We're not
better
gonna-
title. Yes, it really is.
No, it's just, it's the song is all about how, we're all addicted to our smartphones and our technology. And, we have to resist the temptation to whip it out when you're talking to other people when there's other stuff going on. So, and I'm as guilty as anybody, with that. And so I thought it'd be like a fun idea if there was some kind of a superhero type of president who would, bust people for that. If you posted your food on Facebook, or if you whipped out your phone when you were talking to somebody. I literally just saw that 15 minutes ago. Like I said, I'm at a parking lot here in Santa Clarita between tuning appointments. On the way here, I went to get an In-N-Out burger. So there's my In-N-Out cup. And as I'm leaving the drive-through, there's a couple sitting at an outside table, guy and a girl, and they were both looking at their phones.
Yep.
Yep. And how many times have you been in a restaurant? Everybody's done eating. And when I was growing up, before smartphone, everybody would talk. You'd listen to your uncle talk about politics or your grandpa talk about, whatever. And now everyone's just like, looking at their phones. That goes for me too. But
Yeah. I remember when I was teaching, some kids told me, because I had made jokes about how much they texted. I mean, they text more in a day than I would do in a month. And they said that they would literally at a gathering, like be at a party or something, and they would text to each other on the other side of the room.
Rather than talk to each other. Yeah.
Like never,
Yeah.
Instead of going completely analog and walking over there and speaking.
Like, I kind of understand if you're at a very loud party and you can't hear the person, but still.
Yeah, I don't remember ever hearing that kind of justification for it. It was just basically that's how they communicated.
Yeah. They talk like this.
Talk was like 2004.
I have to say, for most of the things, I prefer texting than talking on the phone. Especially
I do
for my piano tuning business. Man, when it's a text, I got all the information right there. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. Here's the address. There's no like, well, I thought you said this, or I thought you said that,
Yeah.
And it's great for that. And I can't imagine like being without it. Like, this customer, I'm going after this. I said, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late. I just texted her, oh, no problem. Take your time. You can text videos. I've been texting Tom mixes of our latest songs that we're working on, which hopefully we'll have one of next time.
Yeah.
So, it's the thing is always a mixed blessing. Technology, it's the smartphone is the greatest thing in the world. And it's also one of the reasons for the disintegration of society at large.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It's amazing how that works.
But that's everything. I mean, water is the source of life, but you can drown,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cars are great, but you can get killed. I mean, so it's, if smartphones had come up along at any point in history, whoever those people were at that time, they'd be just as addicted to them. If they'd come along at George Washington time, he'd be crossing the Delaware, checking his phone,
right. That's an interesting thought experiment. Like, what would happen at different points in time? Like what would happen during a Roman emperor's reign if people were at the Colosseum watching gladiators fight and they're on their phone.
Yeah, exactly.
How many bars do you have, Brutus?
Yeah, it's crazy because I mean, obviously you've got every single piece of information in the known world at your fingertips. Your entire life is in here, all your emails, all your correspondence, your video, everything, so why wouldn't you look at it the whole time? And everything in the world is right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I remember years ago when cell phones first came out, before you could get any service on the New York City subways. I don't know if you still can or not. I think you can. But at the time you couldn't. This one comedian, I have no idea who it was. He was like, here's a fun gag you can do. The next time you're on the subway, walk in and just start talking, pretend you're on a call. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, no, it's great. I got 9 bars. I'm doing wonderful. And watch everybody like sneak a peek at their phone. And then as you get off the subway, go, oh, I'm from the future, and walk out.
Nice. I love it.
I love the one line in there you've got where I can't remember the exact wording, but it was like he was there, and when he saw you pull out your cell phone right during a conversation with a real person.
Yeah, you weren't alone when you whipped out your smartphone in the presence of a real person, something like that.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
That's all. We've all seen it. We've all done it. But on the other hand, here's this is the coolest thing. My daughter 2 weeks ago had a science project she had to do. And one of the things she had to do was to gather 3 different types of rocks, like 4 igneous, 4 sedimentary, 4 metamorphic rocks. Now, how would any of us, if you're not a geologist, know how to identify these rocks? Well, there's a rock identifier app. I found it on there.
Of course there is.
I'm kidding, and it works perfect. I was driving back from Vegas one night. I stopped where there was a lot of rocks. I picked up a rock. You bring up the app on your phone. You take a picture of it. It scans it, and it tells you exactly what it is. Oh, this is obsidian. It's an igneous rock. Now this is limestone. It's a sedimentary rock. This is whatever. And so I was able to get 4 different kinds of each rock with this.
That's
rock
awesome.
app.
Yeah,
it's amazing, and they've got some similar things for trees, similar things for plants.
The translation ones always blew me away. Like where you look at a sign and it translates it in real time, like the sign that you're looking at. Like those are neat.
Use that app and point it at various bands, like say, like here's Ronnie James Dio's band. But, no, this is not rock. This is metal.
Right. Oh, you can make an app to decipher death metal band logos. You know those logos that just look like a pile of sticks. You hold the phone up to it and it tells you what it says.
Yeah. Well, I thought at first you were suggesting that it could be an app that could actually decipher the vocals in that.
That too, maybe. We could work on that too.
But technology hasn't reached that point yet.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It to decipher those lyrics.
Yeah, Siri still doesn't understand me talking normally. I don't think it would understand this.
Speaking of that, man, my nephew Reese was in a metal band years ago. He's a teenager. There was this band, they were called A Fatal Denial. And they were actually pretty good. But the singer was like, all that kind of, and he made the mistake of playing it for my dad one time. My dad, he tried to be patient, but he was like, please, I can't stop it. This is just garbage. I'm sorry. My dad, normally mild mannered, just like he that was a bridge too far for my dad to have to listen to that to hear garbled death metal.
She couldn't even feign civility with it. Just no.
I mean, my dad loved Canadian brass. That was his thing. And
Canadian brass. Okay.
Canadian brass. There was this group called Canadian Brass. And
okay. I thought that was a genre of of music or something.
Nope. There was actually some. They're on the. I've since found them on YouTube and the streaming networks and that Canadian brass. And they're like it's like Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, but from Canada and a little bit more on the traditional side.
Yeah.
But and he loved Glenn Campbell. So death metal was like. But my nephew's like listening to it. Check this out, Grandpa. It's like, no.
Now I'm remembering too, back to the song. I remember when we first started, you said, because obviously the theme was obvious, but the music behind it, wasn't it kind of inspired by Lady Gaga?
Yeah. It was the music was kind of inspired by Poker Face, just with that pulsating synth line.
Yeah.
And then because of the nature of the lyric, and this is one of the few songs where Tom and I both sing on the song. It's both singing the same song. Tom does the first set of lyrics, and I come in with the chorus. And so naturally, there was heavy auto tune, not only to make him sound good, but just because that was in the spirit of the song too. That was appropriate for the song, that hard pan T-Pain-ish type auto tune thing.
Mhm.
So
Well, that little juicy tidbit of info will certainly be featured in the museum display that the Belle Isle Rats will surely have at some
yeah,
point.
yeah,
Yeah,
Along with
I,
that-
I'll help you set up a Belle Isle Rats Museum. I'd love to see that.
Oh, dozens of people might visit accidentally.
yeah. We might have a visitor or two a month.
Are you going to set it up on the Belle Isle? Wherever that is, I forgot. We talked about
I
that
like
once, where that
That's
was.
right, it's an island in the Detroit River. Yeah,
Yeah, a real place.
Yeah, it'll happen. Well, you have
Tourism.
to do it there. If you're setting up a Belle Isle Rats Museum, you have to do it there. There's no better place.
Michigan
Got
tourism
to,
should
yeah.
shoot straight up at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, that was where it all came from. An actual rat the size of a cat on Belle Isle. That's how the whole thing started. But it's funny because since we talked last time, my whole life has kind of been turned around here. My mother-in-law, there's a point to going through this, but my mother-in-law, my wife's mom lives in Las Vegas, and she's 91. And every morning my wife calls her. Well, about 2 months ago, she called her. She wasn't picking up. She calls me. Hey, mom's not picking up. I said, I'll give her 10 minutes. She's probably in the bathroom or in the yard. Give her another 10 minutes. Finally, nope. Good. She wasn't picking up her phone. So shit, man, I hope she's okay. So I said, well, call some neighbors. So she calls 5 different neighbors in her neighborhood in Las Vegas. Not one of them answers. Not one of them picks up. So I'm like, well, I guess I better head over there now. So I canceled out my day, drove all the way out to Las Vegas right there. Didn't even stop and pick it there. Drove all the way out there. Halfway there, I finally hear that she got a hold of some neighbors. The neighbor went over there and we gave her the code to get in the garage. And then she heard my mother-in-law screaming for help. So they called 911. And then by the time I got there, they got her to the emergency room and she was kind of stabilized and she was okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so the bottom line is, she was in the hospital for us. She was in rehab, and she had a really bad fall. So she kind of has been requiring constant care, although she's getting better. So now she's with us. And it's been a challenge, to say the least. I won't go any further, but she has said some things that I never thought I'd come out of her mouth. When people get older, they kind of lose that filter. Tom, what was that one thing that Betty White said one time on the David Letterman show, or who was it?
I always do it, and it's super loud, but it was I'm old, and I can say anything I want.
Yes. It's been like, okay, you realize you can't ever take that back, right? Okay. But then it's like something like, it's like a demonic possession. And then she's okay. Then she'll be like the nicest person she's always been. But that's kind of been like a daily occurrence. And so about a week ago, the pastor at our church came down with COVID. And I was with him the day before, and I was working with his wife on music the other day. So now, because my mother-in-law is there, my wife is super conscious about COVID. I've basically been banished. I've basically been quarantined to one room in our house. And my wife has gone to the extent of duct taping the sides of the door. So the good thing is, the upshot of this is that because of this, I really don't go home at night because there's nothing I can do. So I've been at our church working on Belle Isle Rat stuff the whole week. So I'm able to finish up all the stuff that we started back in October, and I'm hoping to have almost all of it done here within a couple of weeks. So Anyway, long story to just get to that fact. So that hopefully on the next show we can have a new thing here for you. So
excellent.
Sounds like it would be a great inspiration for the name of a bomb that's designed to destroy bridges. Name it like the mother-in-law.
Yeah,
the mother-in-law of all bombs.
Yes, mother-in-law of all bombs that destroys every bridge just by speaking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's something because she's been so nice all these years, and she is. But then she goes off. She just gets in this real dark place, and she says things like, "I can't believe this is coming out of you. You're really saying this to me? Okay." It's like, right.
That is sad because I like to think of myself as a pretty decent guy. Next to her, I felt like Genghis Khan. It was like,
no, I know. That's what's crazy about it, but I don't know. It's like the part of yourself that normally monitors your speech and monitors how you interact with people. That part just like it comes back, but it takes momentary leaves of absence, and then we're all just sitting there going, Whoa. But
Grandma, did you spend time in the Navy?
Yeah. I mean, I can already see myself having curmudgeonly tendencies at age 61. And by the 30 years from now, who knows where that could lead to? It's like, did you ever see that last interview Jerry Lewis did?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, you got to see it. It's hilarious. He is the last interview he did before he died. This film crew shows up at his house in Las Vegas, and he does not want any part of it. He's giving them short, really curt answers. He's being completely rude, and he's like they ask him, well, I guess you haven't been working that much because I guess you've got some health issues. He goes, I'm 91. We all have health issues. I mean, you got to check it out. It's hilarious.
I'll take a look.
It's uncomfortable and it's awkward. You feel kind of icky watching it, but at the same time, it's like a car wreck and you can't turn away,
Yep.
So
cool. All right. So do you guys have anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah. Our normal nothing.
And this will be the boilerplate.
We are, what? Actually, everybody says we need to get on TikTok. I just played somebody one of our new songs and she's saying, oh, you got to get that on TikTok. But I don't know how to do it. I mean, but I guess that's a lot of musicians are kind of, but then I think, everybody, all the music I do see, there's like really, young people and they're teenagers like singing it live in a bedroom. And I don't know. I just don't know who would be interested, but that's something we might be doing. But other than that, just the website, and we got new music coming. And Tom, anything you want to promote?
No, it's just the usual. We don't play live anywhere. There's nothing to plug there. We're not going to be recording anytime soon. It's just tunes being finished up now, post-production.
We record these songs. To me, it's like what making radio airplanes was to my dad. It's something he did. He went down to the basement. He made these radio-controlled model airplanes. He'd work on them all winter long, and then the spring would come, and he'd take it out, and it would go, and in 2 minutes, it crashed. All that work was for naught, So that's.
I can totally relate to that. Yes.
Yeah.
But no, we might be doing some. I keep thinking if I had any brains at all, I would be doing something, promoting it. And I might, when we get this new batch of songs ready, we might do something more in promotion. I think we should definitely be on TikTok at least and see what that's about. And then, experience failure there as well. So, we'll just see how it goes.
Well, good. Let me know when you get on TikTok. Let us know, and we'll try to plug you here.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and look forward to your new stuff in the future.
Right back at you.
Thanks, Devo.
All right. Later, guys.
Bye.
Okay. Take care.
This is the FuMP.
You know, I'm tired here for a tale.
It ain't steady
When
work.
you're trying to get this money for the rent.
It ain't steady
For
work.
the gas and electric money spent.
It ain't steady
Can't
work.
even save up for retirement.
It ain't steady
You know,
work.
it's hard out here for a tale.
It ain't steady
Can't
work.
get paid under the table, tax exempt.
It ain't steady
On the
work.
W-2, don't get skinned.
It ain't steady
You
work.
should've itemized everything you did.
I wanna be with you and only you for forever.
Insert name here.
I love you and only you.
Insert name here.
I love you.
It's a mess and I'm buried in stress, but other than that, I'm okay.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. THEFUMP.com.
Which is how my answer gets corrected. Though reality's a pain, it hasn't driven me insane. I'm doing about as well as could be expected.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, Quartet has a new EP available on Bandcamp. This is a 3-song EP available for $2. It includes Take the Fire Back, Brandon, and Pile of Stuff. It's available over at wormquartet.bandcamp.com. Yes Dear, a musical cabaret, is a show featuring real-life couple Lauren Mayer and Scott Grinthal. He's a smooth jazz singer, she's the wisecracking pianist. The show takes a humorous musical look at marriage, including their own, through standards, show tunes, pop favorites, and original comedy songs. Go to 42ndstreetmoon.org/project/fullmoonfridays for information. It will be available starting Friday, May 27th, and then after that, it will appear on YouTube. And finally, Weird Al Yankovic unfortunately has announced he has COVID. He posted on Twitter, "So, I've got COVID. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm vaxxed and double boosted, and the symptoms are very mild. But of course, this means I unfortunately need to cancel the next couple dates on my tour, Saginaw and Detroit. I'm deeply sorry. We will reschedule those shows ASAP." So if you have tickets for any upcoming Weird Al concerts, please check with the venue to see if it's still happening. I would be very surprised if those were the only 2 dates being canceled. And speaking of tour dates, on Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody hosting at the Bluebird. On Tuesdays online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On Thursdays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel. On the 20th in Cameron Park, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 20th online, Mikey Mason. On the 21st in Placerville, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 23rd in Ewing, New Jersey, Larry Tritel. On the 26th in Nottingham in the UK, MC Lars. On the 26th online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel featuring Carla Ulbrich. On the 27th in Bristol in the UK, MC Lars. On the 28th in London, MC Lars. On the 29th online, Escape from the Secret Lab with the Consortium of Genius. Also on the 29th in Southampton in the UK, MC Lars. Also on the 29th in Monrovia, California, Bonnie Gordon, TV's Kyle and Lynn Zilla, Luke Ski, Bonehenge, The Show with Adam and Sean, and a special appearance by Toilet Tea Paper at We Sing Funny. For information about that show, call 626-720-1983. On the 30th in Manchester in the UK, MC Lars, and on the 31st in Glasgow in the UK, MC Lars. And birthdays. Today, besides being Connor's birthday, is TV's Kyle's birthday. So happy birthday, Kyle. All right, our second song of the week is one of the songs off of the new Worm Quartet EP. Here is Brandon by Worm Quartet.
Oh my god, the right finally has a meme! See him strut, hear him scream!
Let's go, Brandon.
Sounds benign, but it's an insult in disguise. Yeah, I see what you did there, guys!
Let's go, Brandon.
Watch him grin, all full of impish glee. It's almost swearing, tee-hee-hee!
Let's go, Brandon.
Shout it loud! Spread it near and far! You're so clever, yes you are!
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon! They want their way and they don't give a crap at all. If you're hurt by their attack on the Capitol, votes be damned, they know they're the winning team. But though their actions are often deplorable, honestly it's kind of adorable how proud they are to finally have their very own meme. See them beam at a meme that's all their own. Men we liberals sure are pwned.
Let's go, Brandon.
Use it when blue or prose is not allowed at church or in a NASCAR crowd.
Let's go, Brandon.
Spread it wide on stickers and on shirts, cause that'll make the snowflakes hurt.
Let's go, Brandon.
A sacred symbol, almost as adored as Calvin pissing on a Ford.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Oh, and your demographic lacks a proclivity for making slogans that show creativity, because the other side is all the poets and nerds. You don't need no education to make a chant for your chunk of the nation. Just find some words that kind of sound like some other words. So you scream
Lego, tampon, flex your plankton, lick Bo Burnham, Costco, Phantom.
Pets with pants on, sexual Reagan, panko, man bun. Let's go, Brandon!
Ooh, I got to click a got it button.
Ooh. Do you got it?
I got it.
You sure apparently. You got it? All right.
I got something.
You got a cat.
I do have a cat.
You have a cat tail on your body.
I do have a cat tail directly there.
I'm here with Shoebox of Worm Quartet. And which cat is that?
This is Ellipsis.
Ellipsis. We were just talking last week or the week before on the FuMPCast whether or not one of your cats was named Ellipsis, because we couldn't remember.
Yes, Ellipsis, Octothorpe, and Pilcrow are our current 3 cats, yes.
Nice. You didn't name any of them Brandon?
Strangely, no. That's not a symbol of any sort.
It could be. In fact, it might be the way things are going.
Oh,
there might be a new Brandon, punctuation mark on the keyboard.
Brandon brand.
So yeah, tell us about Let's Go Brandon, or just Brandon. Sorry.
Brandon. I debated what to call it. I considered going with the initials and calling it LGB just because it was kind of I thought it was cute that it actually abbreviated that way. But I wasn't the first one to make that observation, so I didn't go that route. Anyway, yeah, this occurred. I was in the South for a bit visiting my parents, and the slogan that inspired the song was "Flipping Everywhere," and then I came back home and Kid Rock had this new song, including the slogan. It's a song about unity and everything, but ends with that. So yeah, whatever. So that happened. All that kind of clicked at some point, and I got up in the morning and wrote that thing. I just kind of banged it out in like 45 minutes. My muse just like knocked me down and sat on my face and said, "You're doing this now." So I said, and I wrote it. So and.
It's
reasonably
great when you become your muse's bitch, isn't it?
I know. It's kind of fantastic. It's not normally it takes me forever to do anything at all, and this, I mean, it's still kind of late to the party. I don't know how much I've seen less Let's Go Brandon of late, though granted I live in an area where there was less of it to begin with. But
yeah, see,
still.
my neighbor across the street has a Let's Go Brandon flag in his garage.
Oh, nice.
Next to the Trump 2020 flag, next to I think it says Michigan is the best, fuck the rest.
Oh.
And there's another
one. Michigan.
Yeah, it's a whatever the football team is,
Oh.
I think it's Michigan. I could be wrong. Anyway.
Yes.
It's still relevant. They're still.
Yay. So, okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's I don't know why at the age of 47 now I'm writing angry political songs, but that's what's happening. So there it is. I mean, it's less. My mom is less impressed with this one than she was my last one.
Aww.
I didn't.
You're losing the 70-something North Carolina demographic or whatever.
So one song my mom has liked and all this stuff. Anyway, but yeah, I thought you might like this one too, because in the same general vein. But she's like, "Well, it's okay," but
I'm not going to forward this one to my friends.
Right about that, yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. It's somewhat less of a. She wasn't as impressed by the vocabulary. I know that much, and it's definitely it's a more mean-spirited song, and that's deliberate because it's a more mean-spirited slogan. So
yes.
It seemed like the right way to react to it. So it's that's what came to me, and that's what I flippin' wrote down, and then I made music to yell the things on, and then it all happened.
I absolutely adore the end of this song where you come up with all the alternate versions of Let's Go Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which one is my favorite. Probably either Lego Tampon or Lick Bo Burnham.
Okay.
But I have to say that Costco Phantom needs to be a Scooby-Doo monster.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Like, zoinks, it's the Costco Phantom.
I think I started with Panko Man Bun. I was very happy with Panko Man Bun.
Yes.
I kept going from there.
It's great. And I don't know if you saw the comments on the FuMP, but I came up with one and Luke came up with one. I came up with That's So Camden because, Jersey. And then Luke came up with Bilbo Manson, which is
nice.
Great. So people, add more comments, come up with more. We could have a whole T-shirt with all the alternates on here.
And of course, the song can be found on Bandcamp, which also works. Wow.
Yes, because you actually released this song on Bandcamp with your others as like an EP type thing.
Found on Bandcamp.
Found.
Totally sorry. It's part of the 3-song single that is Take the Fire Back. The other song, I mean, if you've already gotten the 2 on the FuMP and you and you want the extra 7-second song, you can go get that. But
yeah, which is which we've seen you perform a couple of times now for some time. Yeah,
have I done that one?
You performed that one.
Okay, I don't remember.
That was where I first heard it.
Neat.
It's called Pile of Stuff.
It is called Pile of Stuff.
Those of you playing along at home.
Mm.
So, speaking of Take the Fire Back, you also released a lyric video for this song, which we're going to be including on the FuMP Volume 92.
Yay!
Which I'm going to be working on tonight after this interview.
Fantastic.
Because tonight was the first time in many, many weeks I was able to close my work laptop at 5:00.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a while. So I can actually do something tonight that's not work related.
Yay!
Imagine that. Anyway,
we're managers. Why are we managers?
Roundabout way of saying that the lyric video for this song is really cool.
Well, thank you.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so it's the work of let's. I'm going to forget the name of the place now. So now I'm going to feel dumb.
It was like Moving Pixels or something like that.
Moving lyric. Oh my God.
Moving words or
you're gonna have to see.
Words.
Everybody's gonna hate me forever now.
Words.
Very much that. Yeah, Moving Lyrics, I believe it was.
Moving Lyrics.
Let me see if I'm right about that. Are we there? See, now I'm actually pulling up the video. You can probably hear it. I'm actually looking at my own video to figure out what the hell it was. That's fantastic.
I do that too. You see, the
right
brain
now
is the first thing to go, and you're 47 now, so you know.
I am very 47, like extremely 47. God. Yeah, Moving Lyrics, movinglyrics.com. Terribly sorry.
Did you make the video, or was it something that they did, or how does that work?
They did. It's kind of interesting. They did all the initial kinetic typography for everything, as well as the weird little things of all the WQ symbols dancing and all that kind of stuff. And I had to I put it together. My first experience with After Effects was kind of put that together. I added a couple little effects to it. They did the earth and all that kind of stuff too. I mean, just some neat ideas for it. And then I put it together, and I put the stuff over the end with all the words over the end. And the only other thing I really contributed was the picture of the Descendants Milo coming at you during the one nerds part. Other than that, I futzed, I tell you, with the timing of everything to make sure the words all lined up with everything. So
yeah, because it's a fast song and you got to read fast.
Yes. So yeah, that is, like I think I said there. I mean, the lyrics are sung too fast to be properly understood, so now they're too fast to read.
Well, I think if you're listening and reading at the same time, you'll get the gist of it. So
yes, I hope so.
Yeah. So okay, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Just that. The Take the Fire Back single is on everywhere. It's on Spotify. It's on the iTunes. I think it's on Amazon Music. It's not on YouTube Music yet for some damn reason. I have no idea why. And of course, it's on Bandcamp. And that the title track is from the new album coming out later this year on Needle Juice Records. So that's going to exist, and I'm excited about it.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Do you have a title for that yet, or are you not releasing that yet?
I do have a title for that.
But you're not going to tell us?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going to be a complete jerk about that.
All right, just making sure.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
And it's been less than a year, so we look forward to more from you in hopefully less than a year this time.
That should happen. That should absolutely happen.
Nice. All right, then. All right, take care, dude.
All right, see you, man.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback.
Draconis alert. Draconis alert. Draconis alert.
Draconis wrote, Luke, I thought you'd want those Muppet Legos, but I guess not. Waffles McPackety Snoots, when does your Pac-Man cartoon review podcast start? I heard that you were also going to review each version of the games of Puck-Man Chasing the Monsters. So that comment came in after I interviewed Shoebox, so I couldn't ask him about it. I did email it to him, but I never heard back, so sorry, dude.
Lee, let's sing a song about Lee, let's sing a song about Lee, you're testing my ADD.
Eclectic Lee wrote, okay, we've got Weirdle, aka Weird Al Hurdle, at weirdle.glitch.me. When do we get FuMPL? Well, when somebody decides to program it. Somebody who's not me. We've actually talked about doing FuMP video games over the years, and the one that I think would be the most fun is a fighting game where you get the FuMP avatars just fighting in a Smash Brothers type game. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And that is it for feedback.
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job. Yeah.
Teasing. Tomorrow's song is by a new artist, so you have to wait and see who that is. Tuesday's song is by Steve Goody. And this week's Spotify playlist topic is birthdays, because my kid just turned 18. Holy crap. All right. Worm Quartet is at wormquartet.com. The Belle Isle Rats are at belleislerats.com. And that's it. Let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice, and Luke Ski is at Disneyland somewhere, and other people were here, sort of.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org, and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of FIDM Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
I want to go back to Disneyland.